You know how the world painted this glossy picture of Meghan and Harry's home? Like it was some dream mansion full of love, peace, and success? Well, let me tell you, behind those staged smiles and those perfectly lit photos, there's a whole other story brewing. And this one? It's not the fairy tale people thought. Whispers have been swirling for ages, but one detail really shakes the ground. Even Meghan's own mother, Doria, once saw something that left her unsettled. I'm talking about a side of Meghan not meant for cameras, not meant for Instagram, not meant for royal watchers, just raw, explosive anger. There's this story insiders swear by. One night, out of nowhere, there was a burst of rage. Meghan's sharp words echoing through the halls of their home, with Archie and little Lilibet peeking out from behind a door, watching their mother unravel. Can you even picture that? Two small kids witnessing a side of their mother the world refuses to believe exists. And do you know what's worse? After that, Doria quietly admitted to someone she feared what would happen if Meghan's temper went unchecked. Imagine that, your own mother saying she's scared of what you might do. Maybe that's why, in the months that followed, Doria didn't exactly vanish but kept her distance. She was there, but carefully, like someone tiptoeing on glass. Not confronting, not meddling, just keeping enough space. Almost as if she knew something the rest of us didn't. And that's where this whole story really takes off, with one chilling question nobody in the press dares to ask out loud. Are Archie and Lilibet actually safe in that house? Now let's dive deeper. Harry himself has openly bragged about using psychedelics, drugs, and even spoke about killing people in war like it was some casual thing. Cold, detached, no shame, no guilt. And Meghan? She's got her own storm of accusations. Bullying, cruelty, manipulation. Not whispers from tabloids, no. These came from people who actually worked for her, people who broke down in tears because of how she treated them. So, let's piece this together. Drug use, lies, anger issues, a need for total control. Does that sound like a safe home to you? Because it doesn't sound safe to me. It sounds volatile. It sounds like a ticking bomb. And the irony? Meghan and Harry have built their entire image on appearances, preaching about compassion, about creating a safer online world, about healing. But let's not sugarcoat it. What they're really pushing is censorship. They don't want safety. They want silence, the power to shut down anyone who dares to question their carefully polished image. But lies don't last forever. They pile up, and eventually the truth finds its way out. And the scariest part, the truth usually starts spilling from the inside. It's no wonder then that whispers about their behavior started trickling into California's Child Protective Services. Yes, CPS. Insiders claim at least one official visit was made to their home, and while the details are sealed, the fact that nothing followed, that's what has people shaking their heads. No monitoring, no oversight, no follow-up check, just silence. Now let me ask you, in any normal household, one hint of bullying or one confession of drug use would bring CPS to your door in hours. Hours. But for Harry and Meghan, fame wrapped them in a shield that didn't just protect them, it left Archie and Lilibet wide open, unprotected. Because you can spin headlines all you want, but children, they can't be rebranded. If CPS really stepped back after that one visit, those kids are now living in a bubble no one dares to puncture. Not the press, not the state, not even the family. And let's talk about the one thing Meghan and Harry can't Photoshop, can't edit, can't stage: the behavior of their children. Archie and Lilibet are growing up in total isolation. No cousins, no grandparents, no contact with their father's family at all. Can you imagine a childhood like that? The only adult figure besides Meghan and Harry is Doria, and even she has her own murky past, with years of absence during Meghan's childhood that people still whisper about. And here's the real red flag: isolation. It's one of the oldest, clearest warning signs of dysfunction, even abuse. When parents cut off outside ties, it removes the witnesses. No one to see what's really going on. No one to give those kids the emotional support they desperately need. Harry and Meghan like to wrap this isolation up in a nice word: privacy. But if you look closely, privacy has become their mask. It's not about peace, it's about control. Control over who their kids see, control over what the world believes, control over the truth itself. And it's suffocating. From the outside, their home looks like a sanctuary. From the inside, it's more like a bubble, one that feels smaller and smaller every day. And here's where things get even uglier. Every scandal has two sides, the ones who cause the damage and the ones who cover it up. And in this story, Buckingham Palace's silence is almost deafening. Remember Meghan's bullying investigation? It was quietly buried, pushed out of sight. And what message did that send? Protect the brand, not the victims. Staff members, grown adults, were left broken, humiliated, in tears. They even admitted they were screamed at, belittled, destroyed emotionally. But instead of accountability, they were told to hush up, for unity, for the family. The palace didn't just protect Meghan, it protected the illusion. They spun the narrative that anyone criticizing her was racist, jealous, bitter. Meanwhile, the truth, raw and ugly, was locked away. And while the world got distracted by endless debates about gossip and headlines, one brutal question hung in the air, unanswered. If Meghan could bully seasoned professionals into silence, what happens in a home where no one dares speak up? Children need truth. It's their anchor, their foundation. But what happens when your parents build your entire world on lies? Archie and Lilibet are being raised on contradictions. Their parents preach compassion, then tear down their own families. They talk about healing while spreading bitterness. They demand privacy while cashing in on their own dirty laundry for documentaries and interviews. Do you see the mess here? It's not just hypocrisy, it's confusion. And confusion for a child is like poison. Now just picture this, Archie and Lilibet growing up surrounded by headlines that call their parents liars. Imagine walking into school and hearing whispers, "Are you even real?" Because that's the level of doubt swirling around them. Their lives are filtered, staged, curated for cameras. And when every photo, every clip, every interview is manufactured, what's left for the children? Confusion, hurt, and scars that don't fade easily. That's the heartbreaking part. When the truth finally surfaces, it won't just shatter the public's trust in Harry and Meghan. It'll break their children's hearts because they'll realize the world they were told to believe in was built on shaky lies and contradictions. And here's what really gnaws at people: the silence. California's child services? Silent. The royal family? Silent. Even the media, terrified of lawsuits or endless backlash, stays silent. Nobody steps in. Nobody dares to ask the one question hanging over everything. Are these kids okay? And that silence. It's not neutral. It's complicity. It's power and reputation being placed above accountability. By refusing to ask the hard questions, everyone with influence, the palace, the state, the press, they've all become part of the cover-up. A quiet agreement that some people are simply untouchable. But history is never kind to silence. It always turns around and bites back. And when truth comes for this story, and it will, it's not just Meghan and Harry who'll be in the hot seat. It'll be everyone who saw the red flags and turned their heads, everyone who chose brand over children, everyone who picked illusion over reality. The public has been trained to look at the wrong things. The hand-holding, the glamorous interviews, the glossy Netflix deals, all of it, just smoke and mirrors. A magician's trick. Glitter in one hand, while the other hides the darkness. And here's the question that nobody dares ask on the record, but everyone whispers about off-camera: where's the proof? Proof of birth? Proof of witnesses? Proof that these children, who carry royal titles and sit in line for the throne, actually meet the legal and constitutional standards. The silence on this? Deafening. Because until that proof surfaces, the whole picture remains murky. And at the heart of it all, two innocent names: Archie and Lilibet. Kids who never asked to be born into this circus, kids who didn't sign up for controversy. And yet, they're the ones paying the highest price. And maybe, just maybe, that's why the distractions never end. The endless drama, the PR spins, the headline fights, they're all designed to keep the spotlight off the one truth that could collapse the entire illusion.